Hi, and thanks for checking out my YouTube page. So, I am showing you a scenario on how you can use Palm Agent to get through the questions and the uncertainty of the buyer who is wondering what's best for them in terms of putting 5, 10, or 20% down on a home. So, let's say these people have a little bit of cash, they're going to do a conventional loan. They can't decide if they want to do 5% down, 10% down, or 20% down, and how do you rationalize that with them while you're in the car, you're going from property to property, and you might not be able to call Andrew and have him actually work through that in person with them or on the phone? The best way to do it is to either let them get on their Palm Agent app or you use the Palm Agent app, obviously not while you're driving, and go under your custom marketing tab. So when you go under custom marketing, choose that you're working with a buyer, and the first one that pops up is loan comparison. You do have a ton of other options, by the way, under the social media and the custom marketing tabs, where you can make all of these really neat infographics and either send them to a client or post them on your social media. So definitely scroll through these when you have a moment and play with some of them. But the one we're going to use for this scenario is the first one that comes up, My Marketing under Custom Marketing, and the loan comparison infographic. So once you've chosen that one, hit select, and you got to input some information. So again, we said we're doing a conventional loan. We're looking somewhere between 5, 10, or 50 or 20% down. So let's first change this payment amount to be 5% down because we know that's their first kind of option. Let's say that they're looking at a $350,000 house. They're going to do 5% down, and for everything else, we're going to leave it the way it is. By default, it will put in the property insurance and the taxes for Charleston County. Let's assume there's no HOA, and let's do about a 45-day closing. All you got to do now is hit compute. Then it brings up the comparison options. So what we've got at the top has to stay constant. It won't let us uncheck it, right? Because we've got a 30-year conventional 5% down loan that we want to compare to two other options. We said they either want to put 5, 10, or 20% down. So here's the 20 or the 10% down option, but it's not going to serve us any good to do a 5% down comparison to another 5% down comparison. So use your drop down arrow here. Change this 5% to 20 and leave everything else the same. So now I've got my loan type that we started with, 5% down, comparing it also to a 30-year conventional with 10% down and a 30-year conventional with 20% down. Then you hit compare, and it literally makes you a nice visual right in front of them that you could share that is much easier to understand than a loan estimate, especially when all different banks' loan estimates look completely different. So you can see with 5% down, their monthly payment is $22.30 a month. With 20% down, their monthly payment is $17.50 a month. And that's that principal and interest, mortgage insurance that they don't have to pay because they're putting 20% down. The real difference is broken down here. Down payment amount at 5% down is $17,500. Down payment amount at 20% down is $70,000. So they need to ask themselves, is it worth it for this, $300 difference in monthly payment to almost triple your down payment option? If they've got the cash and that's what they want to do, then that's a great idea. But if they're not going to be in the house for a long period of time, say 30 years, then it probably doesn't make that much sense to expend all of their cash. Nevertheless, it's their decision. You're just guiding the process at this stage, but this gives them a really nice visual for you to be able to show them and actually allow them to show themselves and teach themselves how this works. So what you'll do is save and send. If you're on your mobile version, you can just select and it will give you the same or similar options, text message, social media, or email. So if I want to do save as a PDF, I just save this on my computer. Let's just say I'm going to put it on my desktop. And then I've got it saved on my computer and I can send it to them in any fashion that I would like. That's how you work in the custom marketing tab.